Hi, Eleanor. I decided that Grandma's having too much fun reading stories to you all the time, so I thought I'd get in on the action. We're here in Michigan, beautiful fall day. You can see the colors behind me. And I have a book for you today called Grandpa Bud, and it's written by Siobhan Dodds. And it's a story about a grandpa who talks to his granddaughter, and she's coming over for a visit. So let's get started. Starts with the phone ringing. Ring, ring, ring. And of course, then Grandpa Bud answers the phone. You can see him answering the phone right there. And he says, "Hello, Grandpa Bud. Mommy said I could come over and stay the night, and if I'm good, you might make me a chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is my favorite food. Don't worry, Grandpa Bud, I won't be any trouble." What a surprise for Grandpa Bud. Polly is coming to stay. Grandpas always like to see their granddaughters. So, the first thing Grandpa Bud does is he gets busy and starts making that chocolate cake for Polly. Then the phone rings again. "Quick, quick, a chocolate cake for Polly," says Grandpa Bud, and then the phone rings. And guess who's on the phone? Well, it's Polly. You can see her right there. And Polly says, "Hello, Grandpa Bud. Can Henry come too? He won't be any trouble. Henry has a Band-Aid on his knee. He was doing cartwheels in the yard and he fell over. He didn't cry. He told me that Jell-O and ice cream will make his knee better. Don't worry, Grandpa Bud. Henry can sleep in my bed." What a surprise for Grandpa Bud. Henry is coming to stay. And that's where they will be spending the night. So Grandpa Bud springs into action. You can see here he's making Jell-O and ice cream. "Quick, quick, Jell-O and ice cream for Henry. Oh, and a chocolate cake for Polly." Then the phone rings again. Who do you think it is? Well, see, it's Polly again. She's on the phone. "Hello, Grandpa Bud. Can Rosie come too? She won't be any trouble. Rosie isn't feeling very good today. I think she has a cold. She sneezed 4 times this morning, but she likes banana sandwiches best. Don't worry, Grandpa Bud. Rosie can sleep in my bed too." What a surprise for Grandpa Bud. Rosie is coming to stay. And there's where they would be staying. So Grandpa Bud gets busy making those banana sandwiches. When I was young, I loved peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Well, the phone is ringing again, just as Grandpa Bud is. "Quick, quick, banana sandwiches for Rosie, Jell-O and ice cream for Henry, and oh, chocolate cake for Polly." So he answers the phone, and guess who's there? Well, it's Polly again. You can see her calling her grandpa. "Hello, Grandpa. Can George come too? He won't be any trouble. George has a red polka dot shorts and big fat tummy. His favorite food is hot dogs. Don't worry, Grandpa Bud. George can sleep in my bed too." What a surprise for Grandpa Bud. George is coming to stay. And there is what it would look like with them all coming to stay. So, Grandpa George gets busy, and he's cooking hot dogs. Quick, quick, hot dogs for George, banana sandwiches for Rosie, Jell-O and ice cream for Henry, and oh, a chocolate cake for Polly. And you can see him there in the kitchen working hard. And guess who's looking at that food and thinking, maybe I would like some. Looks like he's got a cat that has an appetite too. Well, all of a sudden then there's a knock, knock, knock on the door. And guess who's there? It looks like Polly. And what does she have with her? Hello, Grandpa Bud. This is Henry, this is Rosie, and this is George. What a surprise for Grandpa Bud. They're not real people, they're stuffed animals. And so, they end up having an enormous feast for Polly because Grandpa Bud made food for people and she just brought stuffed animals. And then Polly says, it's time for bed, and good night, Grandpa Bud. It is so much fun to come and stay. And boy, did she have a lot to eat. Well, I'm sure you have a lot of good things to eat at your house. I know your mom and dad are both good cooks, and I hope you